What is the schedule of a tour director? Paint the picture of what somebody actually does.
Well, the nice part about this is it's so individual. I mean, there are some people that just cannot be on the road a lot because they have a family that they're raising, they have a job that they need to attend to. I would say most of my graduates are very entrepreneurial in nature, that they do tour directing along with something else. About 20%, we track this really carefully every single year. We're licensed by the California Department of Education, and knock on wood here, we haven't had a complaint in 35 years, and we're members of the Better Business Bureau. We haven't had a complaint in 30, 35, 36 years. But when somebody is looking at tour directing for the very first time, it's one of those things that's the word flexibility comes up a lot. And maybe 20% of my graduates do this full-time. And full-time means somewhere between 250 to, now I say even 150 to 250 days a year
Wow.
would be full-time. 150 to 250 a year would be full-time. And we have some graduates who work 300 days a year, and they love it. You know, it's like, John, you see this often with people. Everyone has a different dream, and everyone has a different energy level. And there are some tour directors that go out and they do a tour for a week, and they come home and they sleep for a week. I mean, they love it, but they're going, oh my God. And other people, they do trips back to back, back to back, and they'll work seriously for 3, 4, 5, 6 months in a row, and love it. In fact, some of my graduates work for 6 months, almost full out, and the other 6 months of the year they don't work. They go travel, they go do something entirely different than tour directing, but they make enough money in that period of time to do that. So it's very, very flexible. I think that's the thing a lot of people like about it. And I would say a majority of my students, maybe I'd say probably about, a majority of my students do this about 75 to 150 days a year. That's a majority. And then people like me, I take maybe 1 or 2 trips a year, like my trip to Cuba. The year before I took a trip to South Africa and Zambia and Botswana.